It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. The action tonight out at Energy Solutions Arena as the Utah Jazz play against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying,
We've got a capacity crowd inside the arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You can feel the energy inside Energy Solutions Arena. The Jazz looking to please their fans in this Western Conference matchup. And so off the tip, it's Utah. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Pippen is out there with Kemp. Then it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Insanity. And it's Olajuwon in at the 5.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because it, to me, is just much more comforting to play from the front.
So the Nuggets win the tip. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Insanity is out there with Jordan. Then there's Sean Kemp. Then it's Pippen. And it's Olajuwon in at the 5.
And they get the first bucket of the game on that one.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
Malone with the screen. Stockton kicks to Malone. Stolen. Nobody gets back on D. It's 4 on none. From downtown, and again Denver with the triple.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Stockton outside. Here's Schrempf. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The screen from Ewing. Stockton kicks to Malone. That's good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Quinn Snyder. He said the key to this matchup will be their ability to limit the quality looks close to the basket. When facing a team like this one, he said, you don't stand a chance giving up easy looks inside. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. Lights out, and Utah again with the bucket.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here's Insanity, and again Denver with the triple.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Stockton kicks to Ewing. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Ewing's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Wow, what a game for them so far. Very impressive. They haven't missed yet.
Here's Stockton after the made shot from Sean Kemp. The shot by Malone, and count it from 19 feet away. Malone's got 5 now.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's Jordan on the wing. The screen from Kemp, and Jordan gets it to go.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Stockton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's lights out. Olajuwon with the block. Here's Insanity. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Stockton, here we go. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Now, here is Olajuwon, and he gets it to go.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Wasted no time on that one.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
Here's Insanity. Another 3 for Denver.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. One of the stories here, Insanity, getting it done today.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Now here's Stockton. Kicks it to Shrimp. Jazz passing it around. And again, it's Utah.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Here's Insanity. 16 points for him. Picked by Olajuwon. Here's Jordan. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense. Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Here's lights out. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's lights out. Ewing kicks to Shrimp. Shoots. And Utah again with the bucket.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Here's Insanity. Another 3 for Denver.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Stockton outside. He feeds it to Ewing. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here we go. Here's Insanity. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Malone's shot good.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around him.
Pass to Insanity. He dishes it to Olajuwon from 11 feet away, and Denver again with the bucket.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's lights out, and a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 13. There's the pass to Olajuwon. Here's Kemp. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Wide open look. Malone's shot good. Malone's got 9 points.
A perfect 4 for 4 for him to start this game out.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got a nice bounce in his step to start.
Here's Insanity. Another 3 for Denver.
You know, when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you got to be kidding me.
He is in a zone right now, putting on a show.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Good on the shot. Shrump's got 10.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
That's good. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Olajuwon against Stockton. Down low. And Malone gets it to go on the assist by Stockton. He's got 11.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Kemp with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Denver with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Jazz trail by 16. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Ewing. Again, the Jazz score.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
I think they've got to consider, Greg, throwing a few different looks his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
Here's Jordan. Patrick Ewing picking up that last basket, and he gets the bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Insanity. Takes the 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance from the Nuggets so far.
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down a triple.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Pippen is out there with Kemp. Then it's Michael Jordan. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Insanity in at the 1 spot.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it. Oh! Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
Yeah, he could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And the basket by Olajuwon.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Tipped away. They're running. Ball going up court. Finishes the break with a slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg.
Whoa! Woo. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of
I
tricks
tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Malone outside. Dishes to Ingles. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Here's Jordan, rips down the breakaway slam.
Now, this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
One of the stories here, Insanity, getting it done today.
He's on fire, and they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Left side, Jordan. And again, Denver with the triple.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. Here's Malone, and that one's good. Malone's got 13. Here's Denver now. They're on a 16-4 run. Passes to Insanity. Here's Olajuwon, and again it's Denver.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
The screen from Ewing to the paint, off the pick, and again Karl Malone. He's got 15.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Jordan. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And stolen by Jordan. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play, utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special.
Ewing, good.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Jordan. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Jordan's got 23.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
The feed to Ewing. Clock at 6. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Poked loose and pushing it up. Here's Denver by himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
How about that athletic ability there?
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Got a piece of it. For three, Pippen, and the shot is good.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open three.
For Utah, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Malone outside. Feeds to Ingles. Can they get it? Drained for 2 points. Ingles has got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Boy, there's a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's going to stop that.
Not when he comes in with the tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Goodness, you cannot punch it any harder than that.
And the basket by Malone.
Well, he's done his part, no doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
Pass to Kemp. Baseline jumper, and Denver again with the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And here we go again, the Nuggets on the break. Here's Insanity, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So it'll be Patrick Ewing shooting. Sean Kemp picks one up right there. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Lyles checked in for Malone. Schrempf comes in for Joe Ingles, and Lights Out subbed in for John Stockton. They set the pick, and Insanity picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Schrempf. 10 points for him. To the inside, Kemp with the steal.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
The screen from Ewing, and Insanity picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Pass to Lights Out. Rebound by Pippen. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. Stolen by Ewing. Banked in off the glass. Ewing's got 9 points now in the quarter.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
The dish to Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? 25 points, and he's stolen the ball 4 times. Seems like he's making everything he looks at.
Automatic, guys. Just totally automatic.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something.
Oh. It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
5 to shoot. The screen from Ewing. Nato hits the outside fadeaway.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Insanity, the pass to Pippen. Kicks to Olajuwon. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And that one falls for Olajuwon.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Ewing. And that one's good. Ewing's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Pippen. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The screen from Ewing. Here's Schrempf, and Utah again with the bucket.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
There's the pass to Olajuwon, stolen by Ewing. There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Here's lights out. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Jordan dishes to Olajuwon, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
A good job here in the second. I mean, they're pounding it inside, getting it to the hoop, going strong to the rim. I mean, that's power basketball at its best.
Pass to lights out for 3. No good. And it's Denver the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The 15-footer, and again it's Denver. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Dishes it to Ewing. Puts up the baby hook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Both free throws good from Ewing. Here's Insanity. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Nuggets ahead, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first, after 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball,
all right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You know, Insanity has really been making it happen, guys.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really going to be hard to slow him down now. I tell you what, this has been fun to watch.
Malone is out there with Ewing. Then it's Schrempf. Then there's John Stockton, and it's lights out in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. The feed to Olajuwon. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Olajuwon's got 23.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Now here's Stockton. He's covered closely and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Flushes it down to finish the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And 3 from Jordan. And again, Denver with the triple.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Ewing, the basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Ewing's got 29 in the game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Pass to Insanity. Denver passing it around. And here's Jordan outside. And good on the basket. Book it.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Malone with the screen. And Stockton, here we go.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Malone, and he drops it in from the low post. Malone's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pippen for 3, and again Denver with the triple.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Stockton. It's deflected, and that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. On the basket by Ewing.
I like this composure there under pressure as he was being double-teamed. Terrific pass.
A nice shot by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 25 points.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Malone with the screen. And Stockton, here we go. Puts it up. The shot will not go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Jordan. And again, it's Denver.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Screen by Malone. Stockton from outside. The rebound by Pippen.
I'm shocked that didn't.
Oh!
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Stockton kicks to Malone. Here's Lights Out. Banked in off the glass. Lights Out's got 8 points.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in, goes up, and it's Pippen with the jam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
From the baseline, and the basket by Schrempf. Schrempf's got 14.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
Right side, Jordan. Elbow shot is on the way. Again, the Nuggets score.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
For Utah, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. The screen from Ewing. To the wing right side. There's the triple. And it's Denver with the rebound. Outside Jordan. Olajuwon the pass to Kemp. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Stockton up top. Ingles can't get it to go. Denver's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And here's Jordan outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare. In this game, he's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
That's good from Malone on the assist by Stockton. Malone's got 9 points here in the second half.
I don't know what has gotten into this guy. He is clearly unconscious out there tonight.
All of a sudden, everything is falling into place. He's clicking on all cylinders.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Kemp with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Beyond the arc. And again, Denver with the triple. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Ewing, again the Jazz score.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And 3 from Jordan. That's good. Jordan's got 43 points.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Stockton kicks to Schrempf. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
Here's Insanity. He's covered by Stockton. Kemp with the bucket. Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. That's good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Here's Insanity. Nailed from three-point land. Insanity's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
And the basket by Ingles.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Ingles has gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. It's Pippen on the wing. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Denver.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Insanity. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Good.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Screen by Malone. And Stockton, here we go. Malone kicks to Ewing. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Ingles can't get it to go. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to Houston. That one goes. Count it. 64 points for Insanity.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. 67 points for Insanity. Stockton outside. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Here's Malone. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Malone's got 13 points in just this quarter. And it's the Nuggets ball. To the middle. Outside for Pippen. Puts up a 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Wow, a fantastic performance from the arc here in the second half.
Utah has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And Stockton, here we go. Malone. And Utah again with the bucket.
What can the defense do in a situation like that? They clearly cannot control him.
How about thinking of a triple team? Even that might not be enough, but it's worth a try.
Kemp kicks to Pippen. Here's Jordan, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Detlef Schrempf. The Nuggets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And so Jordan nails both of them. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Feeds it to Malone. And he converts the layup. Malone's got 34.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when you get it, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Nuggets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And so he hits the technical free throw. Six seconds left in the third quarter. From deep, Jordan, an amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer!
That is as big a shot as you are ever.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nuggets ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with, they've got Insanity. Olajuwon is out there with Sean Kemp. Then it's Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the 3 slot.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And here we go. And the dunk by Jordan.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Pass to Wiles. Johnson the screen. All sorts of time. And it's Denver with the rebound. Kemp's got his third rebound tonight. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And the shot is good. Kemp's got 20. The Jazz shooting the lights out in this one, 77%.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. It's deflected, but they recover it. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Johnson the screen. Here's Hood. It's on target from the high post. And Denver has possession. There's the dish to Pippen. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
5 to shoot. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Insanity. Another 3 for Denver.
Back-to-back threes for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
There's the pass to Lyles. Johnson against Jordan. Kicks it to Hood. Knocked loose. A solo fast break.
Oh,
wow! I mean, just beautiful. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Inside, some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Insanity, and again Denver with the triple.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Lyles, that's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Passes it to Olajuwon. Here's Kemp, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance here now for a three-point play.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz, and he gets it to go. Denver's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Inside, here's Kemp, and he dunks it down.
MJ finding his man right there.
Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Down low, shot off the pick. Shot's good. Lyles got 6 in the quarter.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Clark Lyles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
Here's Ingles. To the paint, deflects the pass, unloads from 9, and Utah again with the bucket.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Dishes it to Kemp. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Kemp's got 14 points here in the second half. The Jazz have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Ingles. He's covered by Kemp. Here's Lyles. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there. Just an amazing game for Shawn Kemp. 28 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
And there's the feed to Ingles. There's the pick. There's the double team with Pippen. Pass to Place. Nato. The three-pointer, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Insanity, the pass to Pippen. He kicks it to Kemp. To the middle. Here's Olajuwon, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Ingles dishes to Johnson. And it's off from 3-point range.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
The Jazz making a switch here. Stockton's checked in. Johnson outside. They need this. The rebound by Kemp. Kemp's got 6 rebounds now in the game. You know, Clark, losing teams, handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though.
And here's the break, pushing it up. And then Pippen slams it in.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And Stockton, here we go. It's stolen by Elijah. To the paint, here's Kemp, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder. Oh.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
And here's Stockton. Here's the screen. Kemp with the steal. Here's Insanity. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Here's Lyles.
Well, look, league business clearly doing well. Franchises, values are skyrocketing, and a new TV deal kicking in next season as well. It represents the largest expansion of league revenues in history.
And the first one drops. And the NBA's TV deal paying about 3 times as much per year as the previous deal.
And it's changing the math as far as the salary cap and contract negotiations go. For the fans out there, don't get sticker shock. The players expect to share in these revenues. His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket, and you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Denver.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Insanity. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Jordan with the bucket.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Johnson the screen, feeds to Stockton. Clock at 4. Three-pointer, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Outside Jordan. Shoots the 3, gets the bucket.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one to come into an opponent's building and...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. Let's go to Kenny. What'd you think about his performance?
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those